for this seminar. Over to you, Nagraj and Vaishnavi.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in from around the world. We are happy to have you here. It is a pleasure to welcome you all today, and I'm truly happy to be hosting this session as we can all come together to celebrate not just certification, but the hard work, the persistence, and the learning journeys that everyone has put in. Clearing the Microsoft certification, it was never just about passing an exam. It represents hours of preparation, problem solving, learning, unlearning, relearning, and showing up consistently. So even when things feel overwhelming, um, everyone stuck to their journey and they got it done. And I'm so proud of everyone who's cleared the exams. The panel, we'll introduce them later. Um, but today's panel brings together the professionals who have done exactly that. So we'll hear from certified professionals who have successfully cleared DP 700 and DP 600. They will share their journey, how they prepared, the strategies that worked, the concepts they focused on, and the challenges, of course. The goal here, the objective of this session, this celebration is to inspire and guide the aspiring data engineers, data analysts who are currently preparing or who want to get a start with Microsoft Fabric. So, but
Vaishnavi, my English is not as good as you and Nagraja's. Can I still participate?
certifications that we are discussing today. The first is, yeah,
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure because I'm a very shy person. My English is not very good. I hope that I can still participate.
Yes, you can participate. It's not about just English and communication thing. Here today we are to just let people know. You know what? I mean, people from all backgrounds have come over here, and people who have participated in certification part, and people who want the certification and they are preparing themselves. They have also joined the session, so it is open to everyone. Even if you have a little bit of communication, that is fine. No issues with English or Telugu or English, Hindi.
Thank you so much for saying that. That makes me feel comfortable. I'll try to open up at the right time.
Yeah.
so yeah, I got it disconnected a bit. Am I back? Is my audio clear? All good?
Yes, Vaishnavi, you are good, clean and clear.
Picking up from the distinction that I was talking about, DP 600 is focused on analytics, business insights, and that part of Microsoft Fabric. It emphasizes on how data is modeled, transformed, and visualized to support the business decision making process. So this certification DP 600 is for professionals who work with the business stakeholders and they work at the analytics part of it. On the other hand, we have DP 700, which is centered around data engineering and platform design in Microsoft Fabric. So it dives deeper into the ingestion, the transformation pipelines, the lakehouse architecture. So the data engineers will be building the reliable, scalable data systems. So in short, if I were to give a context, DP 600 would answer the question, how do we use data to generate insights? DP 700 answers the question, how do we design and build systems that make those insights possible? So both certifications are critical. They are increasingly relevant. Microsoft Fabric is hot right now. So uh, organizations adopt to modern data platforms like Microsoft Fabric very quickly, and it is expected to grow tremendously now. Um, Over to you, Nagraj. Introduce the panels. Just get started.
Yeah, thank you so much for the introduction, Vaishnavi. That was a very good intro. I mean, thank you so much for letting everyone know that what is 600, what is 700 in brief. I mean, yeah, even I, when I was appearing for DP 700, I was just thinking, okay, how can I just get this certification? How should I go ahead with the preparation part? So that is where CoE has helped me a lot, and it just directed me to the right places where I can find the resources, right? I mean, I can just let you know few of the resources where I was directed by the CoE. I was speaking with Sanjay, I was speaking with Arun. They just told me one thing: you should just follow the Microsoft material first. You should know what are the concepts which they wanted to ask in the Microsoft certification. I'll just share the screen. I'll just tell you an overview about how should you start with the preparation part. So give me one moment. Okay, guys. We'll just do one thing. Firstly, you tell me, every one of you, what do you think by DP 600 and 700? I mean, why do you want to take this certification? I want people to tell that why do you want this certification? So Abhijit, Vatsal, we have many, Akriti, Anusha, Madhur.
Yeah, I believe some of them have already taken these certifications, and because the holidays we don't have everybody here, so we might want to do it in two different settings to enable people. Um, but lots of people who are newcomers who are either planning to take the certification, guys, the more you participate, the more you will learn from the panel that is here. Vaishnavi and Nagraj will introduce them. So guys, don't be shy. um, I'm the silliest person, the world's freshest fresher, I call myself. So, guys, please go ahead and participate. Ask questions as much as you want. Vaishnavi and Nagaraj, our gurus, are here to guide you today, and along with the rest of the panel. So let it be a very interactive session.
So guys, I'll just start with DP 600 and 700. You know, right? We have two sessions, two exams which we need to focus on in terms of analytics part or in terms of data engineering part. We have heard from Vaishnavi that we can take 700 for data engineering, for data engineers specifically, and for data analysts or data analytics part we have DP 600. So the one which you're seeing on the screen, it is about the Microsoft Fabric Analytics Engineer DP 600. So these are the concepts which you need to focus. This would be the first step which you need to do if you want to prepare for this DP 600. So onto the Microsoft page, you have these concepts which I've given, and it is the same page where you can practice the exam. You'll have a practice test, practice assessment, and you'll have a sandbox which will represent a real world environment where the one which you take in the proper exam, it will replicate that part, and it is the same place where you book your exam as well. You can schedule your exam. So coming to the concepts which we need to particularly see in DP 600. So So in DP 600, guys, majorly we focus on the fabric architecture and the basics of it, and about what is a one lake and how the data ingestion happens. What are the components which are involved in the data ingestion part? Mostly the questions are surrounded in that. For example, what is a pipeline? The questions related to pipelines, what are data flows, what is a notebook, and you would have concepts from you would have questions from warehouse and some of the transformations which we apply in the analytics part. And majorly, you'll have questions related to the semantic models and DAX functions. And there are few questions where they would be asking us to elaborate the TSQL questions, TSQL part, where you would need to complete the TSQL material from the answers. I'll give you an overview of a few of the questions, type of questions which are asked in DP 600. Like you'll have a single answer, you'll have multiple choice mostly, and in that multiple choice you'll have to give a single answer, and few of the parts you would have to choose multiple answers in the multiple choice itself. Like you would be asked to select two of the correct answers from the question, and in few they would be having a drop down selection. For example, you'll be having a TSQL query given, and you'll be asked, with respect to the above question, you need to mention that which TSQL, which commands are appropriate for this code. So there you would need to select the drop down and choose the appropriate command in the SQL query. And also you'll be having a case study oriented questions, approximately like 4 to 10, in between 4 and 10. You'll be having a set of questions, and you need to and questions are circulated with respect to that particular scenario. Apart from that, as I've told you, like we will be having DAX completion. They'll be giving you a DAX code and a scenario, and you need to mention, you need to make sure that in that particular scenario what type of DAX code is relevant. And TSQL and Spark notebooks are
So
the major
Nagraj,
parts which, yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
You are showing all these questions, the concepts, topics. So what are the prerequisites? If someone wants to attempt the DP600, the first question that everyone has, I've seen many ask this in our CoE groups as well. The first question is, what are the prerequisites? What do I have to know, and how much do I have to know it to start preparing for Microsoft Fabric? Just even if, let's forget about certifications, even if I wanted to pick up and start Microsoft Fabric learning, what are the prerequisites? How much should I be like 3 years of experience professional? Should I have 5 years? So what do you think?
uh, on my in my perspective, you know what I mean, a guy with 2 years of experience can also take the exam, but the prerequisite is they have good understanding of what are the components and what are the items which are available in the fabric. For example, for a data transformation or for the data ingestion part, we use particular items or components. For example, data pipelines we use, and we use notebooks to write PySpark code, and we use semantic models to we create reports. So these are the basic components which you need to be aware of to get into the certification part.
Right, but I would also like to have ask the same question to
Yeah.
Abhijit Path that we have. Um, so we have our panelists here, and I would propose the same question to every one of you. Abhishek, Akriti, what did you know before learning Microsoft Fabric, and how did it help you get started? We are here so that we can hear from you. Me and Nagraj, we can keep talking,
Yeah,
but
we want to hear from every one of us. I mean, you know what? This session is just to celebrate, and we want to just know how you have prepared for the exam, and what do you think about Microsoft Fabric and about the certification part. It's open. It's you can just unmute and you can talk.
Yeah, I started Fabric like 1.5 months ago when I joined the boot camp, which is taught by Surya sir. So like I knew Fabric like was a unified platform, but when I joined the session, I got deep knowledge of like what components are there, like Lakehouse, One Lake, and how it is different from traditional Power BI. And I feel that DP600 is somewhat similar to PL300, which I've completed. DP700, I'm preparing for it.
Yeah,
so
that's
Abhishek,
great. That,
tell us
yeah.
tell us more about this boot camp. How did you start? Like, why do you think it helped you? I'm curious.
I joined one of the session. I think it was hosted by Nagraj. He was showcasing his portfolio, and you had shown your portfolio as well. Like I was very much interested when I went through the session. Like you guys showed that you had not created portfolio earlier, and how you were able to create it within 2 months. So I was very much interested to join the boot camp and learn about Fabric. And I was seeing everywhere in LinkedIn that Fabric is upcoming. Like all the companies are transferring to Fabric from other platforms since Microsoft holds it, and they'll have Outlook Teams under Microsoft. So I wanted to upskill myself in that so that in upcoming 5 years it will be helpful for the job market.
That's a
So,
good vision. That's a very good vision. Yes. Yes,
yeah,
Vaishnavi, you
go
can.
ahead. Okay. So, I have one more question. What is the common misunderstanding that you had when you first started preparing? Like, how did you correct it? What did you know about DP600? And what kind of like a myth buster,
No,
Share
I
it with us.
thought since like I had PL300, right? I thought it would be similar to PL300, but DP600 from like what I got to know after learning Fabric, it is like there are more components to it than PL300. PL300 was mostly based on Power BI desktop, Power BI service, DAX, all those things. But over here, it is like kind of end to end. We need to know more, like we need to know about pipelines. We need to know about warehouse, lakehouse, one lake, at least basics of it in DP600. In DP700, I think we need to know like fully in detail and about the PySpark as well.
That's very true. That's very true. And I believe the same thing, Madhur. I mean, firstly, when I joined, I didn't know about the portfolio thing. We need to prepare, but I was given a head start. Like, okay, if a recruiter comes and he wants to give a job, first he should be assured that you know something, right? And it should be visible. So that is where we started. I mean, COE boot camp in the Fabric boot camp. We started to take up the case studies, and we have. Made sure that we publish them on the website, and any recruiter who comes to the web page, he would be assured that okay, this guy knows something, and he can do the work which is given to him. He can perform the task which is set in the Microsoft Fabric. Apart from that, the recruiters also notice that is the person certified, because portfolio is one type of assurance for them, and certification is something which we can I mean, it is known that if a person is certified, he knows the concepts very well. So that is where DP600 and DP700 comes in Microsoft Fabric. And Vaishnavi, what do you think about this boot camp and this certifications thing?
No, I want to hear from the successful professionals who are part of it. And yeah, we have Abhijit Pathik. Can we hear from him? And yeah, while I have you, Abhishek, I have another question. So, you said you were learning about pipelines, the data engineering, the bit of data engineering part that comes in DP600. It was new to you. So, which topic do you think was like it took you the longest to understand, even though it looked simple like at first?
No, the practical ones actually, like until we understand it, like I did the projects, but in few, sometimes if I succeeded also, the pipeline, if it showed succeeded also, to understand that if data was correct, if any duplicates was there, initially it took me some amount of time, but now I'm confident with it and to understand the basics of all the things.
So, how did it help you with the exam? I hear you practicing, and that's a very good thing. So, do you think hands-on projects helped you with the certification?
Yes, yes, 100%. Like, I think in exams, there will be similar kind of scenarios. So, since we have learned in the boot camp by doing real-time case studies, we'll be knowing how the data is ingested, transformed, and the other things, semantic models and all. So, because of hands-on, I think it will be very helpful for the exams.
What are the questions? I passed DP700. I didn't take the DP600 yet. But give us a little bit about the questions. Are they scenario based? Because I feel like you said scenario based hands-on projects help you. So,
I'm
to
not
what
given
extent?
DP 600 or 700. I've given PL 300. So in PL
Oh,
300, there was a case study. Like there was one case study, and based on that, like I think 10 questions was there. But this was like 2 years ago. And now I think PL 300 will be retired. DP 600, when I was seeing in YouTube and other people's experience, they said the same thing. Like scenario based questions will be there. And the question pattern is similar, I guess, to PL 300.
So, can we have some inputs from Akriti Akriti has done a great job, and I'm happy to announce that I'll not name the company yet, but Akriti has joined a great MNC in New Delhi, and she has been a superstar. She did multiple courses from the COE, and she's been extremely consistent. And she is a CA finalist, comes from a very strong finance background as well. And I'm so happy to see her dedication. And so she did not believe in just doing the certifications for the sake of obtaining a paper. She has worked very hard, and which shows in her articles, her portfolio, and I'd be happy if she can share some inputs. And also our national COE lead Prem Sai Madali is here, and Prem Sai can also offer his inputs on examinations in general, because Prem Sai has previously given a lot of seminars in the past where he's talked about preparations for different kind of things. And so I would love to have uh, their inputs on I think Prem Sai did the 700, Akriti did a couple more. Akriti has many certifications, but so I would like to hear their views as well as we move along.
Sure. So, for reading won't make you perfect, but you have to do the hands-on practice, what I believe. So, for that, I have built many projects, end-to-end projects to practice all the things which I have learned in the Fabric boot camp or in the Databricks classes.
See,
So,
you came from a financial analyst background. You're also very heavily into finance, and now that all your efforts and work from the last 4 or 5 years, you've been working in the data engineering space. So it's pretty awesome to see somebody like you who did not have a bachelor's degree in engineering or science. You moved from a finance background, I would say non-IT background, right, into IT, and you've done excellent. So first of all, kudos to you. You started this year with a big bang, and all of us are very proud of you at COE, that you have. I believe you have either joined or are joining the new company this week, and we hope that I mean you'll do wonderful. Of course, we'll at an appropriate time we'll set up another meeting to just share experiences. You can offer tips to people, but I want to offer kudos to you, and kudos to your people that have contributed, the COE leaders, because right, we said that we are here to celebrate. So I'm very thankful to Ashok, our who teaches our Azure Databricks data engineering. I'm thankful to Sanjay for being a great mentor. I'm thankful to Surya for teaching us Fabric, and Vishal and Rashika for Power BI. We have Muskan Handa, who's done a great job. We have so many people that I don't want to forget any names, but you guys know. I mean, you've been a part of the COE. You guys already know who they are. All our mentors are excellent. But thank you, Akriti. I just want to celebrate. Akriti, Vaishnavi promised us that she's going to make some noise. So I would like to hear you make some noise to get other people started.
sure, sir.
Akriti, if it
Sure,
helps,
kya?
I have a few questions to get
I
to.
would say, wait a minute, Vaishnavi. I want to make some noise. Guys, everybody make some noise for Akriti. Yahoo! She did.
Congrats, Akriti.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Akriti.
Akriti.
Congrats,
You guys,
Sakriti.
you
We
guys
are
are too
really proud.
silent.
Congrats.
Thank
Yeah, yeah. She's done it very well, and she's already in the process, and we don't want to disturb her for the entire month, because her focus is going to be on learning new process, the new place, and then kind of working through the process, and she needs extreme focus. So instead of contacting her on LinkedIn or contacting her in person, it's best to let her have her focus, and that is why you know we did not announce it especially, but those of you who know her dedication and the hard work she has done. So, Akriti, let me ask you a subject question. Um, can you? I know that when you were preparing for your certifications, Akriti,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, did you think that the scenarios and the work that you've done in the portfolio, they were very helpful, and you have written lots of articles. I've seen your articles from the last year or couple years, and you have written some excellent articles. So do you think being visible helps, and how does it help?
Yeah, so it definitely helps. Like I was getting multiple offers through LinkedIn also. Many
Yeah, I
recruiters
know,
were
I know,
approaching.
I know. You once upon a time you told me that you were in a hospital, and there are four people lining up. Microsoft Fabric has become very hard, and so has Databricks, and I mean, every one of our people who have gone through the boot camp is receiving multiple offers, and it's just a matter of time. Every day I hear some good news, and a lot of times I keep it under wraps because I don't want to announce that people are getting so many offers until they are settled, and they have had a chance to focus on their work, because we don't want to distract them. So, Kriti, when you were preparing for your cert, what are some of the one question that everybody wants to ask is, what are some of the resources you used, Kriti, for this preparation?
Like I have attended all the classes of Surya, like without
Okay.
missing any of the class, and I have completed all the assignments and put it on the website. And
Well,
like, Mhm.
so people ask us, Akriti, hey, you could have learned from YouTube, you could have learned from Microsoft documentation, you could have. So, and Surya has a lot of fancy things, like he has an Anki, he has, I don't know, he has a portfolio case study, and a lot of people say that it's very helpful. But help me understand why, and anybody can answer this, guys, not just Akriti. We are having a discussion here. It's not a one person thing. So, guys, help me understand why, what are the things about you? I mean, why can't somebody just go to a site, just learn from YouTube? People say those are the people that I know that have learned from YouTube. They take a lot of time. That's one thing people say. What have been your experiences, guys? So Akriti can say it, Prem Sai can mention, Nagraj can pitch in, Vaishnavi can share her inputs. Guys, this is all about discussion and interaction.
Okay, okay. I would like to add few pointers on it. So basically, like to be good in the exam or to give answer correctly in the exam, you should know the prior knowledge or the hands-on experience. So if I break down into two things, is firstly is the prior knowledge, like what the question is asking in the exam, and are you able to relate to the previous thing which you have already covered. And the second, skimming part, which I had done in the case studies of DP 700, is like I firstly read the question what is asking, because the case studies itself would take 15 minutes to read whole, and case study consists of 8 questions to answer it. So if you skim or take the keywords from the question and then you can answer it, it would be helpful for you.
Okay,
So, Abhijit,
that's a very good input. Yeah.
yeah, those projects that you mentioned, how are they case studies? What are case studies and how are they relating to the exam particularly?
Okay, okay. So like any questions, if I say if it is related to T-SQL or if it is related to pipelines, so let's suppose there is a one pipeline of a copy activity, and the question itself asking about the concept of copy activity. So if you have done those concepts previously, then you can relate quickly and give the answer, means like you can eliminate the options of the question and you can provide the correct answer. You don't need to provide the correct answer, it will automatically means provided by elimination method. So this approach I have followed.
That's great. So you have a strong foundation of the concept. So that is the reason you were able to eliminate the other choices and get to the correct answer. So
Correct.
if we just relate that, guys, you know what? I mean, if you just relate this to YouTube learning versus I mean, the concept wise or case study wise learning, which we are doing in the boot camp, which we have done, right? It is far more different, right? In YouTube, we will be having, it is not focused a little bit or it is not structured, I guess. So most of the concepts or most of the YouTube videos which we see, right? It is not structured and they just take a set of questions for the views. They just explain the concept and they just don't have a continuity. But the case study wise learning which we have done, right? I mean, I, Vaishnavi, Abhijit, and most of us, right? So I think that has helped us to clear this TP 700 really quick, because many people they just message me, Nagraj, how were you able to clear this TP 700? Give me some dumps, give me some material. So I just tell them in the first hand, see, you need to be able to know that what concepts are what concepts are they asking, right? And you should be clear about what about the concepts. So that is where it would be helpful for them to clear this exam. So what do you say, Vaishnavi, Akriti?
I have one point to add to YouTube. Um, Looking for free resources or looking for websites, looking for YouTube videos, they are a pain. I have gone through it. To just find the right instructor, to just find the right mode of learning, it takes months, not just weeks. It'll take months because once you start something on YouTube, you want to sit there and finish it, but it feels difficult. But you just sit there because you have already started. You don't know where to get to. So yeah, we have Vatsal Goel who wants to add few points. Yeah, go ahead, Vatsal.
Yeah, just to add to what you, Abhijit, and Nagraj were saying, on this point only, that why a boot camp might be better. It's also the reason that I personally experience is that since YouTube and Udemy has sort of an infinite content, it creates a decision fatigue on trying to understand what actually matters in the job, what to learn, what we can ignore. But in through a boot camp, we are only learning what is relevant, and months of trial and error is suddenly compressed into a couple of weeks. And additionally, there is also a sort of peer pressure which forces us to show up. So if you're just
Exactly.
learning through YouTube and all, if we skip a week or two, nothing happens. But in a boot camp, there are deadlines, there are assignments. So we are sort of forced to show up if we see that our peers are showing up and they're completing stuff. So that also helps us to move forward at a significant pace, is what
Nicely said,
my
Vatsal.
experience was.
Yeah,
Very
it's
well
a
said.
valid thing. Yeah, it's a valid thing. But you know what, guys? I mean, Vatsal, I'll just add one more thing. It is a continuation to what Abhijit was just saying. Knowing the concepts is one part, and how to answer smartly in the examination, that is also another trick, right? You know what? Because in the case studies, there are long case studies, and if you take time to read everything, you just have 1.5 hours to complete the certification. So if you just start reading all the questions, it would take a lot of time and you wouldn't be able to complete all the questions. And as Abhijit was telling, you need to just first skim the question first. You need to do skimming and then later on eliminate the other choices that will help you to direct the correct answer. So yeah, what do you say, Vaishnavi?
That is absolutely true
Yeah,
what you said about peer pressure. And yeah, it did get to me at one point. I was also feeling the pressure, like everyone who was completing these case studies. It's not just about the case studies, okay? So when you sit and learn about it, there is a mental simulation, there is the excitement of getting it completed before everyone else. But if you're lagging, you also have that pressure that will make you complete it. But when it comes to the exam, these the case studies that I had worked on, it related to me so much. I was able to retain the concepts so deeply. I could just read a question and understand immediately what they were asking. I could understand all the options there. And even if there were four options, I would know three out of them. I would easily identify and relate to the case studies that I feel. That's quality. That is what I'm talking about.
And also Vaishnavi.
Vaishnavi, Vaishnavi, your preparation, not just for the exam point of view, your overall preparation has been excellent. You have been working at it for a couple of years now, and you've really done a great job. You and Nagraj, I mean, you guys were outstanding not only in attendance as but in actual practice, and your portfolios have become a showcase for the batches to come in future. uh, People from the second batch that's currently going on, they're very appreciative of your work, guys. So kudos to really outstanding leadership. Kudos to both of you. We have
Thank you.
Lakshmi. I could see that we have Lakshmi joined us. I think the some participants are busy in the PySpark or Fabric classes that we have on today at the same time. But we have Lakshmi for a few minutes here, so I want to quickly catch her because she has to get back to another appointment. Um, so Lakshmi, can you also talk a little bit about these certifications and how was your experience? I know we have done, or we will be doing a separate experience sharing session if you need it. But can you tell us how was your experience with the boot camp and Surya and general classes, and any tips you have for the future batches?
Hey, hello everyone. So my experience with especially the Fabric Bootcamp, I can say it is very uniquely designed from all the stuff that we have in COE right now because it is mainly focused on the hands-on approach that will prepare you for the real world stuff when you go into corporate.
So, Lakshmi, you have quite some experience in Databricks. Also, you have experience in Azure services. Can you share with us? And you are a successful engineer. You have been in data analytics space, and you're working for a great MNC in Bangalore, I believe. So, can you tell us how was your transition from uh, the concepts that you had learned previously in say, let's say Databricks versus other technologies? How was your transition? How would you characterize what was so special about this particular boot camp, the Fabric boot camp?
I can say that when I started learning the concepts, like especially in Databricks, I often used to forget the concepts. If somebody is
Hmm.
coming and asking me what is incremental load, or I maybe when I studied the concept, I would remember it for a week, and then I used to forget. I just had to go back and revise it. But for now, when I started working on case study, especially I have that muscle memory that I have worked. Okay, somebody is coming and asking me, what is data flow Gen 2 and why do you use it for? Right now, even after I completed 2 weeks of working with Dataflow Gen 2, I can say that it is little bit costlier compared to notebooks. I can do the comparison of how notebooks are cheaper and how Dataflow Gen 2 is costlier. I can even like argue on that because I have worked on it. So that is the confidence that bootcamp will give you.
Exactly, and I believe you had not only. I mean, you are a great mentor. You have not only uh, helped. We have you helped Satya. You have helped many people uh, achieve those certifications, and I'm glad that Vaishnavi, Nagaraj, you, Prem Sai, Akriti, we have so many people that are inspiring other people, and in the true spirit of the COE, because that's how we grow as a community. So thank you so much, Lakshmi, for being there. Can you give us one or two tips to prepare for 600 or 700 before you have to? I know that you have to leave, so share with us. Uh, for example, people ask us, "How do I know that I'm ready?" That's number one, and people ask us, uh, "Hey, what resources can I use? What's good to use?"
So even I was in the same page, like which resource I should go. Um, Irrespective of what resource you have, the ultimate thing is, do you know the concepts and have you executed that one? Main thing is hands-on experience. So if your hands-on experience is stronger, then automatically you'll be able to tackle the questions, because no matter how many practice tests you take from Udemy or the dumps, there will still be uncertainty that Microsoft keeps changing these questions. There is always uncertainty, but if you have to tackle that uncertainty, definitely you need hands-on experience.
Uh, Thank you, Lakshmi, for those inputs, and I'm sure that we'll catch you another time where we can discuss. I know Surya is busy as well. I wanted him to be there for the seminar. If he leaves early, you can ask him to come for 5 minutes. Otherwise, it's okay. I know people are seriously preparing. A lot of people have examinations this week and next week, so I mean, people be inspired by you guys, and I hope to we have had many successes already, and I hope to see many more. But I think the most important point is people implement these learnings from the certs and the boot camps and the scenarios into the real life. Once I see that implemented well, I'll be that'll make me and all the leaders of COE very happy. Thank you, Lakshmi, so much.
Okay, sir.
Back to Vaishnavi.
So, speaking of hands-on experience, I have one question that I want to propose to the panelists. Theory and we have hands-on experience, right? So, what being a student of Surya sir, I've learned that there are two methods of learning. One is linear and non-linear, and now you should explain to us what linear and non-linear is. How we should, people always start with theory. They want to start with the ABCs. They want to make sure they get all the theory concepts very clear before they even log into the Fabric portal. So, how does this work? Explain to us. Shed some light on it.
Sure, Vaishnavi. I mean, I do remember what Surya was saying about this linear and non-linear part of learning. So previously we use in the classrooms, right? We just learn theory and then do the practicals. But in today's present scenarios, it is not. The competition is such that we need to be practically more relevant to the industry. So that is what we have been practicing. I mean, we do have theory and practicals, but we first get into the core concepts and then do the hands-on in the same session itself. So, but I would like to know what are your thoughts on it in particular.
Yeah, I would like to open this question to everyone.
Yeah,
What's Abhijit, do you want to comment on the theory, the balance between the theory and practical part? That's what I want to talk about.
Absolutely. Um, I think basically, can you please come again with the question?
Okay, so let me reframe again. In the bootcamp sessions, Surya sir always addresses the difference between linear and non-linear. Linear is when you memorize all the concepts, go through the theory first, start with the ABCs, then go to the portal and start learning. Non-linear is a mix of theory and practical. You start with the practical, you go back to theory. So it's not ordered as theory first and practicals later. And I want to know the balance between theory and practicals, and how did you address that balance? How did it help with the exam as well?
Correct. So basically, if I give you the difference between the linear and non-linear, is like linear is basically like you are studying the topics and then you are giving the exam. Okay. Now non-linear is like what is the current market scenario is going on, what is right now implementing, means how you will be doing, or how the real world scenarios is coming up, and then accordingly you are preparing for those exam. Okay, so the second approach is a better one, because like you are going from a, means like how the real world is facing, and similarly you are doing, and basically you are just targeting those area which is relevant to the industry. Okay, so yeah, this I would like to add on it.
We had Mohammad Amir Khan who had cleared. I think Mohammad gave DP 700 certification. Mohammad, when you were preparing, what were some of the topics you found easy? That when we are preparing for any exam, even if it is the class 10th exam, which everybody has taken, I believe, there are some difficult topics. There are some easy topics. So question number one is, which topics were a little bit, and everybody has a different, like I might find, for example, if I'm preparing for English, some topic I might find easier, some topics I might find easy, and everybody has a different difficult and easy topic. So what were can you provide us some inputs on what were some of the difficult topics within the certification, and were there any easier topics that you found?
Yeah, so first of all, everyone, Happy New Year. So actually, I got the information from the COE WhatsApp group, mainly from Arun sir and Sanjay. So I started preparing for the DP 600, and since I was the part of the Ashok sir Azure Databricks course, Azure Data Engineering, so I started focusing on practical. I covered the lab, Microsoft lab. First of all, I gave the priority to cover the all the labs and go through the document on the Microsoft side. So
Hmm.
where I faced some challenge, like even in Steam, structure Stream, and some notebooks. Since I was not in practice in Databricks, so I faced such
Got
kind of
you.
challenge.
Yeah, because you're working in a different capacity where Fabric is being implemented.
Yes.
They are not yet like fully into immersed into that. So you took a very wise decision for preparing alongside your organization, and but really kudos to you, Amir. We have been observing you in the COE from a long time, whether you've
Yes.
been doing SQL, whether you've been doing Power BI, whether you're doing, and you've done really you're really a hardworking guy, and you've done a great job. And your friend or slash colleague from your ex organization has also been very instrumental. Akriti, she has been very instrumental in helping a lot of people along with you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But thank you for sharing that. So you found structured streaming was one area where you could uh, where you had to learn more. Okay. So we have Nilay joined us. Nilay is a superstar. Again, we have so many stars and superstars here. I'm so proud of Nilay, who has not only been doing certifications himself. Nilay did not come from an pure IT background. He did not have an engineering degree, but his knowledge on SQL, Power BI in the past, and his recent knowledge on data engineering, whether it is Databricks or especially Fabrics, he's very very focused on the Fabrics because his organization is also implementing or has been using Fabric. Nilay has cleared certifications in Fabric, as well as he has a very solid experience. So I would like to spend couple minutes with Nilay. And like Lakshmi, I know he. I know it's a Sunday, and everybody's. Well, it's not Sunday, Saturday. Sorry, and he has also been busy. But I'd like to hear some inputs from Nilay. Whatever Nilay you want to share about, the certification or the workshop or Surya or how to prepare, or should we focus on whatever you want to say. It's an open in an open flow. You can share whatever you want. And Vaishnavi and Nagaraj are there to chime in later.
Yeah. I don't have any special thing for sharing any topics, but I always believe certification is one part, and practicing like how Vaishnavi is doing, other people are doing. It's really great because, and also doing projects, not only capstone projects from the boot camp, also from your own projects. Like
Nilay, one thing I truly appreciated what you have done is um, you were sharing a lot of quiz questions, like so based upon the exam pattern, right?
yeah,
You not only worked for yourself, but you were guiding a lot of people in the group on the kind of questions that are asked in the exam, and many people had started like practicing those questions on the side, and those questions that you put gave people a lot of visibility into both 600 and 700. They gave people a lot of visibility into the kind of questions asked or the difficulty level of questions. But thank you for doing that, Nilay. I mean, I'm so proud of you for doing that, for helping, for setting an example for everyone else. And I wish that more people who are joining us, we have so many people joining us, if they can focus on, you know, even 4 or 5 questions each day, that will make a difference. Because sometimes, Nilay, as you know, the people tell us that, hey, sir, I didn't have time, or I didn't have, I had a birthday of a niece going on. I had this marriage that I got to go to. We everybody has a long list of other priorities, and they still want to say, how can I earn more money? How can I get more recognition? How can I get that promotion? So, what is your Nilay? Instead of me talking about it, I would like to hear your opinion, because people have a lot of expectations from this new year. At the same time, they have all these distractions and priorities. So what would be your message to them?
yeah. If you really want to make money, then what is hot in the market, learn that. Earn certification is one part, and do some projects and search for a job. That's one part. And second thing is, if your goals are aligned with your current company, and if your manager is good, then try to speak with him and try to get some mentorship from your manager so that you can get into the higher roles. And I have seen most of the companies, if you promoted to the higher roles, your salary don't increase that much, so you have to find out those companies as well. But it is not all time, every time it is not true, because if you get the higher position and your salary is not that great, based on that position you can also look for another job, and you eventually get into those kind of position in another organizations. So one thing is, learn the skill and do some projects, and just start talking in LinkedIn.
Nilay,
um, yeah,
yeah, I have one question. I've seen
yeah, sure.
your work. I've heard about your preparation strategies. You are such a hard worker, but I want to know, we
No,
all
I'm
have
not.
responsibilities. Like,
No, I'm not.
I
I'm
come
not
up
a
with,
hard worker. Yeah,
I'm
I'm the
sorry.
most lazy one in the group, I
Okay,
can say.
okay.
Thank you for being humble, but you got to share, when you were
Yeah.
preparing for your own certifications. I think Vaishnavi is trying to point out, when you were preparing for your own certifications,
Yeah.
what were the, again, I'll ask you the same question. What were the resources you used, and how do you go about your own preparation when you were preparing for that?
Yeah, first I see the documentation and search on the internet that what kind of questions we can get, and also try to get the case studies questions, because case studies are the same. Okay, so don't waste your time on just learning those case studies. Just Litware and Contoso. Just try to remember them, those questions, and you can search on internet and you can find different questions. But Microsoft documentation will eventually help to understand the concepts, and you need to watch some videos. Also, there are favorite tutorials and the playlist in YouTube, and they don't trust those Microsoft practice tests, because those questions pattern are not the same like what you will get in the certifications.
So
And
basically, you're trying to say the more hands-on you have, it'll be easier for the exam, right?
exactly, because you will never know that what kind of questions they will give.
Nilay, so one question, one curiosity that lots of people have asked me before, they've asked you, you know, some people, few people, they are working professionals. They have a full time job. So you also had a full time role at a esteemed, prestigious organization. So how does one what is your input on how does one make time for these kind of things, extra studies? Because whether it is Vaishnavi, whether it is Nagaraja or anybody else, Surya himself, everybody has full time. Many people have full time jobs. So, what's your? How does one? I mean, it's very difficult to make time. How did you make time?
Actually, this is very interesting question, and this is a secret thing for me. Actually, I if you try to focus, if you try to force yourself, you will never focus. Okay, so in the world of distraction, if you want to be very distraction free person, it is not possible. So I don't try to push myself. I just started manifesting, and manifesting means every day I woke up and I think like I'm the superstar, I have to do this. So I'm just manifesting. I'm just keep moving, like moving my character to another character, like I have to do this because a lot of people are waiting to see my certification. Actually, not, but I'm just manifesting that. So this is how I have to, think about a movie star. Okay, he have to get he need to get fit. So he need a good diet. Like when I do exercises, I will look good. So you have to manifest like this. So then this interest will push you. So otherwise it's not possible. If you think, oh my god, I after a long hours of work, I have to cook, I have to then sit for study and all. So this is
Gotcha.
not possible.
Yeah.
So
So
you have to keep your mindset like,
basically,
I am the star,
yeah. So
I have to do
basically,
it.
you had a sense of discipline that regardless whether I'm motivated, not motivated, I have known you for a long time, and you, even if it's half an hour every day, even if it's 1 hour every day, I have noticed that you have been doing this very consistently. I know you from your SQL days. I know for you from Power BI days. You have been very actively. I mean, you force yourself, not force. You motivate yourself to sit down and basically do the job, not keep talking about it, because talking did not help anybody, right? We have to do the
Yes,
actual work.
yes, and one thing actually worked for me is fake it till you make it. Okay, so when I was thinking that I have to get a job in Power BI, I will be frustrated. But if I think that I am the star in Power BI, okay, I have to learn this. Oh, this is what I don't know. So I have to learn because I am the star. I have to learn it. So when you think like this, then it is possible. But if you think
Gotcha.
that I can't do that, it is very
So
hard.
boosting your, not only
Boosting, yeah.
talking to mentors, but boosting your own confidence
Yes.
by practicing, by learning. That's key.
Yes.
I have I can see some names like Pawan Sai, Salman. So I would like to get some participation or some questions from, let's say, Renu Verma or
Yeah,
Vinisha.
Prem Sai has recently cleared his DP 600. So,
Wow, wow.
Congrats.
Hey,
Congratulations.
congratulations. Congratulations, Prem Sai. Congrats. So tell Prem Sai, you are our national COE lead, and I expected nothing less from you. So, first of all, congratulations. I did not know that. So, can you, Prem Sai, because I know although you had done your preparation long time back, but you chose to take the exam now or for whatever reasons, talk to us about your preparation resources. Talk to us a little bit about, did you find the questions tough? Did you have enough time? Anything that you can tell us, tell the viewers.
Um, yeah, so I started preparing sometime back, but I haven't taken the exam because not- I'm not confident yet to take the exam. But it's all about understanding the concepts and understanding the reason behind it. So the theory part is okay for just knowing how the process works, but working it on practical uses and working it on the case studies make you understand when and where and how you can use those concepts. Also, I'd like to add and maybe just brief about few of the questions I have uh, like looked out before the exam is one of them is case studies and the other one is like the process of the semantic models. So they are easy to score. That's like just a general tip from my end. So that's easy to score how the process of the semantic model works and how you can shuffle the process based upon um, the steps. So that's easy to score, and also maybe if that's tricky, so it's easy to lose too.
So, Premsa, I know that it has been a busy day for you. I'll not hold you for long, but we would love to have. I know you have done previous sessions on PL 300 as well. So we'd love to have a separate experience sharing session where you say what are. I think you did one before where you said what are the precautions before the exam, during the exam, after the exam. So we'd love to have a more detailed session sometime later. But thank you for sharing your feedback and congratulations to you all.
Congratulations. Um, yeah. Thank you, Prem, for your input.
So Vaishnavi, I just wanted to know how many people over here have cleared or appeared for DP 700 or 600 and who are planning to take the exam in a week or two.
I
So
cleared both
firstly, both.
600 and 700. Yes.
Okay. May I know, I mean, if you have cleared 700 and 600, can you please put one in the chat?
Sure.
Can you type one in the chat if you have cleared both 600 and 700? Just to know that how many people have cleared. Okay, Nila has cleared. Okay, Amer has cleared both. Prem has cleared both. So how many are planning to take the exam and who wants the inputs? Who have joined the call for the inputs for the DP 600 and 700? You can type 0 now. Okay, Salman has to take, Abhishek has to take, Sai Pawan has to take the certification now. It's great. That's great. So do you have a goal? I mean, a particular date or time, like this is the particular area. I mean, next week I have to take the certification or the coming week, something like that.
I especially wanted to hear from Pawan Sai. Pawan Sai, are you the same Pawan Sai from Tirupati?
No, sir.
Okay, we've had many Pawan Sais in our group, and all of them are good people. So for those who have typed 0, help us understand how can COE help you. Or I know Abhishek is taking it by this month end, and I have no doubt he'll be successful. But from Salman is another great person. I am sure about him as well. But for the new people who have joined us, Renu or Pavan Sai, uh, help us understand what help are you looking for if you're looking for any help from us. Guys, staying mute did not help anybody. So Renu, please ask a question or offer a comment. That's how we grow, right? We are in a circle of friends where we are a community where we are exchanging knowledge or exchanging questions. So what questions do you have, Renu? Anyone? Everybody who has typed a 0, what do you have any questions? Do you want any more any input on a particular topic, or what can CEO do to help you?
In my case, I'm talking to Amir, who has cleared the certifications personally. So I'm actually reaching out to him for any questions or any suggestions. Um,
I would strongly recommend you to. I don't know how many of you have heard about Anki. I would, for this purpose, I would strongly recommend Anki. Okay, Anki is the best resource so far that we have in our groups, and we continuously update the Ankis. And if you focus on nothing but the Anki, you'll pass. Maybe Vaishnavi can explain what does Anki mean for those of you who are new. Um, Vaishnavi.
Yeah, Salman has a question. I would like to take that first.
Yes, Vaishnavi, the same question the sir has told we have Anki's resources, but where we will find that Anki's? I think I don't have access for that if we already have.
Nagraj said
Okay.
some.
And
Yeah,
another
Nagraj
thing, the
said
second
something.
question is like as I have joined the boot camp from the Surya sir's class, but I just wanted to understand because the case studies which Surya sirs are explaining are very brilliant case studies, which are very good in the day-to-day scenarios. It is like a real projects we are doing in the company, but only that much is sufficient to clear the exams like DP 600, DP 700, or should we do some extra researches, the topics which Surya sir used to give us the topics to research, so that are all the sufficient to just clear the exams, or should we do some more resources from the Microsoft sites and like that?
Salman, you know what? I mean, the concepts which are taught by Surya and practical things which we have done, that plays a major role. But apart from that, you should also look into Microsoft website and get to know what are the information which extra we need to prepare for this exam. And coming to the Anki, people just think that Anki is something like a, I mean, they just think like it is a question bank which we are supplying to people. It is not that. It is Anki is something. It is a tool which we use to memorize and understand the questions and topics better. So what we do in the COE, we have few questions we which our leaders, COE leaders and team leads have prepared, and we use Anki as a medium to understand those topics and questions, and we revise the questions once, twice, and thrice, and that is how we make sure that we give 100% in our certifications. And also to the question, Anki dumps or questions, you can just ping to the COE group. We will drop the
Yeah,
material over there.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nagraj, I have a question for you. Why does Anki work? Why is everyone advocating for it?
Yes, sure. I mean, you know what? People generally tend to forget things, right? I mean, if you just read a topic today, and if the same person is asked to explain about the topic 1 week, after 1 week, he would be able to explain the topic, but it would be just a 50% of the concept he would be remembering it. And you go to the same person and ask about the topic after 2 weeks, that would come down to 10%. And third week he wouldn't be able to articulate as well about the topic. So that is the reason we use Anki. Anki is nothing but we have we just recollect each and every question again and again. Like for after 2 days, the question appears again in the Anki website, in the Anki app, and this is the way you'll just know about the topics again and again. So you'll get the good understanding of the topic and you'll remember it for a long period of time. Yeah.
So, Salman, I would like to know how is your experience with the bootcamp? I know you've spoken about the instructor, but how are the case studies? What are the difficulty level? And did you prepare for it before joining the bootcamp? How prepared were you? Did you have any expertise that you would want others to have, or the prerequisites generally? And how is your experience so far?
Experience was brilliant with the case studies. It is from the very basic to the advanced level. It is like I, as a currently I am a Power BI developer, so day-to-day case scenarios we used to face is like real type project, how data cleaning we used to do, data modeling and all. So Surya has just implemented each and everything where we will get stuck in the upcoming in real life project. So he has just implemented everything. I will say I am will recommend 100% to just take the boot camp. I am very much surprised with both the boot camps, PySpark as well as Fabric.
PySpark, you're mentioning PySpark. So should I know PySpark for learning Microsoft Fabric?
No,
How
no,
is it
no.
relevant
It is
here?
different. It is different. I just complemented.
Okay, so
Both
you
are,
use PySpark in Fabric. Do you use it?
yeah, we can use in the notebooks. But I would just want to upgrade myself in the PySpark as well. So I just took that. I just joined that boot camp as well, PySpark.
Satyendra
Excellent.
Rao.
We have Shubhajit here, Shubhajit Murmu, who's probably taking meeting notes as well. Shubhajit, apart from taking meeting minutes through tactic, do you have any questions in your mind that you want to bring up? I want to make sure, guys. I'm taking your names not to put you on spot. I'm taking your names because I don't want to lose out on any input that you have or any question you may have, which might help many other people. Shubhajit, Renu, the whole purpose of joining a celebration of MS Fabric or any other seminar in our COE is to help people participate, help people ask the right questions at the right time.
Hi,
So,
Shubhajit, where are you from?
Did Nilay?
Yes, yes.
it's
I
okay.
asked
Maybe
where
they're in a noisy background, or they're not able to.
No, I think Nilay wants to chime in.
I want to.
Do you have something to offer here? I heard you speaking.
No, nothing.
Okay, so
So we will do a question and answer thing if you I think that would make an engaging talk, right? So I'll just share the screen. We will just do few questions, like one to two, three questions of DP 600. We'll see how many answers we would get correct, right? Okay. So here you go. This is the first question. So we will just take 10 minutes, 10 seconds to read the question and type your answers in the chat. So the question is, you need to ensure that semantic models and reports in Microsoft Fabric workspace support a version control with branching. So what should you do? Do you store the semantic models and reports in OneDrive? Or do you store the semantic models and reports in Data Lake, ADLS Gen 2?
Guys, so what Naga is trying to do is he's trying to share with you at a high level the kind of questions that are asked. So people who have already done, they should be able to answer easily. People who are new here should be able to take a look at these kind of questions. And these are just samples, guys. These are samples on what to expect in the exam. And we are here to help you prepare for it.
So okay, we do have an answer. C. Okay. Okay, Abhishek has given Nilay, Muhammad Amer. They are saying C is the answer. We'll just see if it is correct. Okay, yeah, C is the correct one. So you know, right? Azure Repos provides a native Git-based version control system, which is supported in the Fabric, which supports this Fabric semantic models and reports. So we can use Git-based version so that you can do the branching and you maintain the repos. We'll go to the second question. It is about the Lakehouse notebook access. Okay. So the question is on the screen. You have 10 seconds for it. Okay, we have answers for it. And Salman says it's A, Abhishek A. Okay, Amer is saying it's A. So let's see what it is. So what the question is saying, which syntax should you use in Fabric Notebook to query a Lakehouse table named research product? So the answer was what? Spark.read.format. The format is delta, and we need to load a research product inside the tables thing. Okay. Yes. It's not A, it's B. So we'll just see what it is. So in this, we need to say spark.sql. We use spark.sql and select from lakehouse, and then we should provide a lakehouse first reference and then the table. So okay, it is B. Next question, it is on the screen. You have 10 seconds. Great, great. We are having Cyber1 saying it is lakehouse. Salman says it's lake house. Muhammad Amer says it's lake house. Nilay says it's lake house. Great. Okay. So what the question is saying, we need to we need to select a data store that must support semi-structured data and allow querying using both TSQL and Python. So which data store should you recommend? Okay. So answer is C. It is Lakehouse. Correct. So Lakehouse supports semi-structured data formats and provides both SQL endpoints and Spark. Great. So guys, these are the sample questions which come under DP 600. So yeah, congrats.
Thank you,
You are four
Nagraj,
correct.
for
Yeah,
putting it together.
yeah.
A mini pop quiz on the spot. Yeah, so thrilling. I
Thank you.
do have other questions as well. So we are talking about PySpark and Spark SQL, and we have data analysts who worked with SQL. We have Python coders who've used Python. So how does it differ? Do I have to know very complex coding? Do I have to have coded for several years before taking before just getting into Microsoft Fabric? Just forget the certification. Just to learn about Microsoft Fabric, what level of coding expertise am I expected to have?
Yeah. Python is a bigger level picture, okay? It is on a high level. We need to learn Python, that is true. But in the data engineering perspective, we use a library called PySpark, which we use to perform the data engineering concepts and incremental load or if to perform an SCD logic, we use PySpark and the functions in PySpark. That's the only requirement we need to have to do the Microsoft Fabric.
Okay, so open to audience. What were your coding experience before learning Fabric, and how did it help your exam experience, or just learning about Microsoft Fabric in general? Renu, Sai Pavan, have Salman. Yes, Salman, I want to ask this question to you.
I'm from a non-technical background, so I don't have any experience in coding, first of all.
Okay, so how are you finding the
It is good.
PySpark? Yeah.
It is very good. It's because Surya is just explaining in very deep. And he is breaking the concepts very clearly. He's explaining very clearly and he's breaking the concept. So it is becoming a muscle memory. And the case studies were brilliant, which he is teaching us.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. So, Varun, Shubhajit, we would love to take the questions from you because the entire purpose of this is to address and give clarity to aspiring data engineers and fabric practitioners. So, yeah,
Yeah,
come on, this is your chance.
yeah, maybe in the next session we can bring in Surya as well, so we can ask him also certain questions which will be very valuable to the audience. So Nagaraja and Vaishnavi, you can take the lead in organizing whenever we have the next session.
Yeah.
Sure, that's gonna work out great. Sai Pavan, do you have a question? I see your hand is raised.
Yeah, I joined little late. I'm sorry if it's already covered. My question is the difference between Fabric and Databricks. Maybe most of the times this was already answered, but I want to hear from the audience who have actually preferred Fabric over Databricks. I am also confused about that aspect.
So, Nagraj, can you explain why there is a versus that the term versus? Why do people use that? Why do people compare platforms like there's some form of competition? You have to pick one over the other. So, is this the right way to approach a platform or a data solution? What do you think?
I mean, both are having their own views. Both are having their own pros and cons, Vaishnavi. When you talk about Databricks, it is having few concepts which we do not have in Fabric. But it is but having said that, that is not like we need to. That is a downside of Fabric. Fabric is an whole together one platform data analytics, whereas in Databricks we only focus around the building the data ingestion and data pipelining. But to talk about this in detail, Arun would be a great person to tell about this. Arun, can you just tell about this
Yeah,
difference? Why do we
I would
think?
I would simplify it for just for today's purpose. It's a longer session, but I'll say that if your organization is using if they have been using Microsoft products like Power BI, like MS 365, all those kind of things, so it's a great thing, right? Because they are already using Microsoft products, and this Fabric as a platform unifies many things, and that therefore it is great for those organizations. Now, Databricks also is a great platform, and if you are heavy into engineering or something, Databricks can complement as well. Uh, so, if you look at majority of the Indian companies, MNCs, they are not choosing one over the other. I mean, both have their, like Nagaraja put it accurately, that both have their own pros and cons. Um, So for AIL, ML heavy workloads, you'll need Databricks, for example. So both of them are very good. Databricks has been around for several years, and it's expanding. Microsoft is a 3.7 billion dollar company, and they are putting a lot of emphasis on Fabric, and that's also expanding heavily. Market is extremely hot for both Databricks as well as Fabrics, and we teach both. So Surya is leading MS Fabric, Ashok is leading Databricks. In addition, we also have a Snowflake, for example. So now think from the company's point of view. From the company's point of view, I mean, many companies have both, right? Majority of the many companies have both. From the perspective of a candidate, so if I'm looking for a job, it helps if I'm multilingual. Means if you know both platform, great. If you know one, you have plenty of opportunities as well. But knowing both can help you understand what were the challenges that Databricks faced, because it came first, right? So it had the opportunity to be there for a long time, face challenges, overcome them, refine them, and so MS Fabric from the start also learned a lot from Databricks, and they have come out with a different philosophy of architecture, a different philosophy of handling the same risk in a different way. So, so I would say both are extremely good, and both are gaining a lot of popularity. So you cannot choose one over the other in any way. And I'd love to have a separate. I mean, we have written, if you haven't joined our Fabric group, we have written multiple articles, and more than more than the leads writing articles, I'm glad that leaders like Nagaraja, Vaishnavi, Akriti, uh, um, uh, many others, Nilay, we have Prachi. We have so many. If I just take the names, it'll be probably be evening until I keep taking names. Majority Lakshmi is doing a great job. So guys, you read their articles. If you're not connected with these people, connect with them. and through their articles, through their things that they're writing, I was very happy to see. I think I saw one of the articles of Nagraja recently. I also saw a couple of them from Vaishnavi. I was really proud that they are, and they have a deep understanding of uh, the concepts, and uh, they are explaining it in simple words to people, right? So I think that's all I'll say for now. I mean, uh,
Yeah, one thing that I would like to add with COE groups, you can always put in your questions in the group, technical questions, be it related to jobs, the market, all these questions are encouraged. You can ask, and you'll receive responses from many of our leads. So yeah, these kind of questions, if it just pops in your head middle of the night, just send a message, okay? Yeah, I hope that answered your questions, Salman. If you have follow-up questions, you're more than welcome.
So, guys, I think we are coming to end of the session, so you should be quick. If you have any questions, you don't think that after the session, I wanted to ask this question. Don't regret that. Okay. Any question, you can just go ahead and ask.
yeah, and guys, you can always suggest if, let's say, you want to discuss questions only, or if you want to come up with, if you have an idea, hey, just like somebody asked, hey, can you do a deep dive on how Fabric is used, how Databricks is used? I'm sure Naga can make some time, or Vaishnavi can make some time, other leads can make time, Surya himself can make time to help you guys, grow and learn better. So unless you keep giving us ideas, we'll keep doing what we have been doing. We have been having multiple seminars and sessions on these things, but we would love to have your inputs from time to time. So keep connected, celebrate the festival with her, make noise. Uh, uh, and we have been having sessions in the morning. Sometimes we have it in the evening. Sometimes we have it in the weekends. We have done sessions during the weekdays as well. So, guys, participate. The more you participate, the more you are a part of the community and have the habit of continuous learning, like Nilay, like everybody. I mean, Muhammad Amir, I'm so proud, like Salman. These are guys who have, like Abhishek. I mean, when I see their work that they're doing, I feel so proud of us as a community and us as a group. um, so Naga, maybe we can have another series. I think we the celebration should not stop here. The celebration should continue, and we can have couple more sessions whenever you guys feel comfortable. I would look for your leadership.
Definitely, definitely, Aaron. It was a very good session. Thank you, everyone. I mean, we will have more sessions like this. And thank you, Vaishnavi, for wonderfully hosting this session.
One of the sessions that I would recommend is, so Naga, I know you have helped many people, many students, to the newcomers, to learn about how to design a portfolio, how to work at it, because people have different ways, and Vaishnavi has done a great job of explaining people about Google sites, how to do through that, how to talk about Wix. So maybe perhaps one of the sessions in the future could be, how to do your portfolio. And I would like you guys to take the leadership to come up with such a session and present it to the entire global audience.
Sure,
Uh,
sure. We can
sure.
definitely do that. But for now, before we end the session, I just wanted to know what people think. I mean, what others think. Which session do you like to have next? Is it on Databricks or Fabric or PySpark? On what do you want a session on? You can put that in the chat.
Meanwhile, I would like to address a question in the chat. So if you've missed or if you're joining late, we are live streaming this. It will be available in our COE YouTube channel. You can visit and you can catch up on all the sessions, past sessions that you've missed.
It will be nice if we have it on Databricks.
Sure, we can do that. thank you for your input. We'll definitely do one session on Databricks, but
I'd probably, I can ask Ashok. I can also ask Surya. I will, in fact, like Nagaraj. Nagaraj is a great guy who can speak on a variety of topics. He has done a couple of good projects as well. So it'd be a great idea, as and when we find time, guys. Everybody's working or very busy with a lot of commitments. It's the beginning of the year. Some people are joining new companies. Akriti is a great resource as well, who's joining a company as a Azure Database engineer. So we will definitely bring these people from time to time, and we'll schedule different kind of sessions. But thank you so much, Vaishnavi and Nagraj, for hosting this. Um, Thanks a ton to Prem Sai, who's very proud today. After having finished DP 600. He said, he, they have set a speed record. He was so prepared. He was so well prepared that I think and Parul Singla, I should not forget. Parul has done a great job as well. I have so many names. Parul has done a beautiful job. Both of them finished the actual exam of, I think, the 600 in less than between 27 and 30 minutes. So it's because of the experience that they had working on the projects, hands-on experience, that made it pretty easy for them. Plus the Anki that Surya has been helping with. Those are the go-to resources, guys. Everything else that you see, if you rely on old materials, either whether it is the study material or the exam questions, they are not good enough. I mean, you can be having a false confidence by trying to just read. And Vaishnavi, before closing, I would love for you to talk about what is the COE philosophy on certifications. You have written articles on it, and there were other articles. What do you think? What do you think is the COE philosophy on certifications?
yes, Arun, absolutely. So certifications are value additions, true. We are not denying it. But portfolios, they are evidences and proofs that shows the recruiters, employers, and everyone else that you have done the work. But we look for people who can point to real projects, real trade-offs, and they can exhibit curiosity, not just showcasing their certification, not just the labels. A certification takes 2 months. Maybe a portfolio will take uh, another month. But the growth mindset is what is appreciated, is what if a sustained growth mindset will get you places. Certification will just get you another job or just another interview. But the willingness to work towards the goals and the learning and to ask questions and to take feedback and be proved wrong, be proved right, that kind of mindset is more important than just hustling, just drilling over questions. And yeah, the COE philosophy. We don't just believe in building resumes. We build people who can build projects and deliver to the organizations. We are building people who can learn, who can grow, and we just don't collect badges. It's not a showcase of trophy showcase. In the long run, we are here to grow together and learn. That is the COE philosophy in short.
Hey, one of the good things I just remembered a great sentence that I think Namrata said it or Nagara said it, I cannot remember well, or both of them said, I think, at different occasions, that, unless you have, and how Vaishnavi put it, like, unless you break things while learning, unless you've had I mean, everybody wants to showcase their resume and they want to talk about all their strengths. And everybody thinks that it's like a date where I have to be best dressed and I have to be good looking and I have to say only the right things. No, guys, please understand that how Nagraj and Namrata, Devrakunda puts it, how Parul puts it, how Vaishnavi puts it, how Surya has been reiterating, is that, guys, Show us your failures, because Microsoft itself or Databricks, they are platforms, guys. Humans are dealing with those platforms, and there will be mistakes, there will be challenges, there will be different scenarios. So if you only talk about goody goody things of your life, uh, whether they are personal experiences or platform based experiences, the recruiters or the hiring managers will not have trust in you. The trust comes if you share what challenges you faced, how do you, what kind of failures did you experience or the system experienced. It's not your failure, it could be a system failure. There are thousands of failures that Databricks has learned from. And the CEO of Databricks, Ali, he talks about them openly. Similarly, Microsoft talks about them openly. They keep releasing patches every month, sometime. Uh, so a lot of new changes are happening. A lot of new features are coming. So unless you have learned to, unless you have some scars to show, unless you have some battle scars to show, you cannot. People want to understand what kind of things you faced when you are doing a proof of concept. Naga has done some proof of concept. Vaishnavi has done some. Prachi Jain has done a good job. Um, so if you talk about those scars, your experiences, that's how you will learn and grow, and that's how hiring managers also have more trust in you. If you only talk about, hey, everything in my life has been great and good. Let's say you make a friend and the friend says, oh, uh, I'm the greatest person on earth, everything in my life has been great, I have never faced any challenge, I have never gone through the battle scars, I have a, that kind of sounds I mean, I as a hiring manager would have a lot of suspicion on a person who only talks about the goody stuff and never talks about the challenges or the, uh, whether it's personal events or professional events that we go through, and what we learn from them is very, very important. So I will leave you guys at that note. Think about it, and please talk about your failures openly, because you'd be surprised how many recruiters and hiring managers do want to hear about your challenges, what you learned from them. What is the one thing that you will take from the previous experiences that you will apply to future projects? That is the thing they want to hear the most, whether you have certifications or you don't have certifications, right? So uh, again, thank you so much, Vaishnavi, for being here, and Nagraj, you guys have set a very high bar for everybody else, and I wish you both the best of success and best in all the endeavors you go. And I know you're going to be associated with COE for a long time, and I hope you continue to inspire um, the future people to come.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Thank you.
so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much.
you everyone
Thank
for
you,
joining
everyone.
in. If you have questions, just send them our way. We'll be glad to answer. We are live streaming this. The recording should be available. Yeah, thank you everyone. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
day.
Thank you
Bye.
very
Thank you,
much.
Nagraj.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Yeah.